Hello, hello. Let's get going. I'm gonna send an invite in just a second. We're gonna start this party. Just have to verify that my deck is correct and I haven't fidgeted it really quick. I don't want to get disqualified, as I just got home, ran in the door, and here I am. Still haven't had dinner. Gonna play this match hangry. So if I get salty, it's because I haven't had enough salt in my diet. Let me just check if all that is correct. For a moment. Fight Club. Yep, that looks like the right mana. Okay. And there we go. And let's send the invite and let's do this. It's time. Let's get live. Let's get live. As I'm sure people are filing in, please do me a service. If people log into my channel and just start asking me questions, please answer them for me. I will not be answering questions. I will not be looking at chat. I will be playing the match. So, thank you in advance for anybody who's covering for me. I don't love this matchup. I really don't. Combo decks, always a bit stressful. There's a few things. I just need to make sure those things don't happen. That's the idea. My opponent has the inevitability. I have to kill them one way or another. So, let's see what happens. Good luck to you, the god among the men, of which I am just one of these men. Wow. Wow. Okay. Hard to complain about that. You gotta go 6 on the play. Let's make it this 6, right? Okay. Well, we have a laggy connection. I can already feel it. That is really bad for a control deck. I can already feel it. I don't know why. We're both in the United States. He's in Central Time. I'm in Eastern. Shouldn't be too bad, but there is a laggy connection. So I'm going to have to pay a lot of attention and just start spamming the button every time he does anything. Yep, that is an example of a thing. Fine with saving this for a Drake. There's also a Torrential Gearhulk in his deck. He has a lot of ways to get stuff back, so it really is delaying the inevitable until I can Magma Spray something, and that's not good. 4 grapples and 4 pulses. That can be annoying. So we gotta find a clock. Probably gonna pulse or grapple that thermo. Okay, it's fine. Love some card draw or a payoff anytime. Yep. So he doesn't, what I really want is Dynavolt Tower. He only can't really deal with it. So I want that near the top. Okay. All the nothing we're doing together. He didn't get back the Alchemist yet, so. Let's see, what can he do? Drake's not even like close to a problem yet. And he doesn't, you know, he just doesn't have much to deal with this. So, yeah, we're gonna spike it. We're just gonna do it on the next main phase. See if we can get him to flinch. Nope. No, he's gonna grapple. That doesn't surprise me much. And reveals. Let's pause and have a look at that graveyard before we make our decision. Okay, so a gather in an island, and the battlements is down there. That's good. He can get it back a number of ways, but at least that way he's not getting back a creature. Okay. Let's get some card draw or something that does something. Let's get some action. You are action indeed. Oh, you're gorgeous. I mean, really not. It's not the prettiest Chandra's looked, but you're gorgeous to me right now. Ooh, are we missing land drops? Of course we have a play. Now what? Okay. No, didn't draw the land. Let's... I have this weird option where I can bounce this, and if I had drawn a land I might, but I don't see that as the play here. I think we're going up. That is a very good card to put on top. I think. I mean, I'd really prefer a land, but I guess I'll take it. Now, what do we do on this end step? I guess we make him act on this end step. If I can ultimate this Jace, that's a huge move in my direction, so I do want to do something here. Okay, he's not making a move, so what I'm going to do is disperse this now, and we're going to try to put off his ability to ping at my Jace. He has very few ways to interact with her, or him, with the Planeswalker. Right, he's gonna go for that. I'm gonna review this deck list for a quick hot second. Yeah. So he can't replay it this turn unless he has a grapple, and if he does, I have the lightning. So I will Essence Scatter this. It's weird that I'm a tempo deck in this matchup, but if the game just goes long and neither of us do anything, his combo eventually just flat wins the game while I just pick away at him. So I have to play this sort of tempo-y thing. Oh, I want that very bad. Oh man. I'm starting to regret bottoming that mountain a few turns ago. But I think I'm confident I can count on more lands to come. They will be there. They will be there. No play on end step, so no grapple, no pulse for my opponent. At least, not that I can see. Now he has to interact with the Jace. Gather with the pack is fine. Hits nothing. Fevered Visions hits the yard. That's one of the things that can interact with the Planeswalker. Alright. Five mana. Pause, please. 5 mana. Instant speed. I don't see anything that can interact with Jace. No, I don't see anything like that. So we're going to Glimmer. I think his hand is Fogs. That's what makes the most sense. Maybe one combo piece. Maybe there's a fling there. But it's not the interaction that he needs. Alright. So, can he kill me? Through a Jace emblem? I don't think so. And since I have the Gear Hulk, I don't need to. I don't need to play Chandra right now, is what I mean. We're just gonna Jace emblem him, and then well, instant speed Gear Hulk. And then he'd start throwing two for one Fog day here on the CGB stream. He'll have to cast 2 Fogs to prevent damage. It's gonna be hot sauce. That I can assure you. Pause, please. Let's go. See if our opponent has a Gear Hulk or something like that, and maybe a Fog to resolve it. But I have the Harness Lightning if that's the case. Now, I don't need those, because we hit the land pocket, just like you knew we would. Alright, Chandra, you can still wait. I know that there are still fogs I have to work through. And with this many counters, there's just not a lot of point. Magma Spray doesn't kill anything in this match, but if I can tag something with it and then exile it, it makes his recursion effects a lot worse, especially a Drake, so I do plan to hang on to these most of the time. It doesn't kill anything by itself, but I team it up with Harness Lightning to exile the Drakes, and we're in great spots. Alright. We're gonna wait for 9 mana before we throw Chandra onto the bonfire. Just counter everything. That's the evil plan. We're gonna be the most evil control mage you can imagine. Our opponent's running the life total down. Ooh, buddy. Okay. And there's 1 thing countered. And 2 things. And that's fine. I got time. So what's the worst card in this hand? It's honestly Pull from Tomorrow. I don't think my hand could be a lot better. But maybe I can drop off a Harness Lightning and it's not the end of the world. Harness Lightning is a pretty awesome spell, though. But he'll need 2 Drakes anyway. He still needs to get through the Jace Emblem and then the counters. Seems pretty hopeless. Seems good. Alright, it's fogging. It's trying to go off here. Pieces of the puzzle. Yep, I'm just gonna counter it. Just gonna prevent that deck velocity. Because I've got plenty more where this came from. Disperse, excellent. Down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Just gonna sit. Just gonna sit on it. He did use 3 fogs. He might be out. And there were only 2 cards in hand, so one could argue just go for the lethal there. In fact, now that I think about it, it's probably a very hard lethal to beat. But this is just as good. I'm just not gonna let him stop this Gear Hulk. Yep, that's countered. Okay, then there's that card. 1 card left, so countered. Countered. All right. Did he have all 4 fogs? He had at least 5, right? Wow. Not the draw you want against a slow control deck, that's for sure. All right, I'll invite for game 2. So the cards we actually do need to worry about, obviously the pieces of the combo and just tapping out at the wrong time and losing on the spot, but Thermo Alchemist is pretty annoying. I'm not that worried about Baral. It's great if you're going off, but if not, it's kind of like you can just let it be, as the mana isn't going to matter too much. I mean, I'll kill it if I just have the option, but, you know, I'm not going to worry. Fevered Visions is an interesting card. and probably not something I want around. So that'll be something to watch for. Gear Hulk is probably not a problem as it's very expensive. It makes it a very easy target for the scatter. Yeah, Dynavolt Tower is something that he's just gonna have a hard time dealing with. And it can get through fog, it can get through commencement, and just kind of put him on a clock where he has to do things. Also makes the magma sprays an option to exile the drakes. As long as we don't flood out. Flooding out would be bad, okay. So, an interesting spot is, do I tap out for tower when he could have fevered visions? Now, if I don't have recourse anyway, he doesn't necessarily know that. But I think I do. I'm looking at this deck and there's just not much to even interact with this tower. And now that I have a commit, I can commit the visions if I wanted that. So yeah, we could play the other hub and then be on 2, but I don't think that's that important. Pass to second main, see if he flinches. But this is a matchup where if I'm playing the Drake Fling deck, which I've done a few times on stream in this last week, I really very, very much, I want a, okay, he's taking the mountain. I want commit in my deck. Or not commit, what is the card? Censor. It's a spot where Censor's a really good card for the deck. Just gives you a little bit of some kind of interaction. I've also seen like a Dispel in the deck. Wouldn't hate that. Alright, piece of the puzzle is the turn 3. So I'm feeling lucky there. I think we're going to see a Gather and a Telling Time taken here, as he is going off. Yep. Write that down. FNet. Interesting. And let the Drake go to the yard. Tells me that there's another get back, probably. What did he take instead of the Drake? A mountain. So low on land, probably high on get backs, like a pulse or grapple. So I think I can put him on one of those. And no land, probably. Alright. Kefnet or no Kefnet? I think we just have to get this stuff going, right? Like I said, in a weird way, we're the tempo deck, and our opponent, right, isn't doing anything to the board yet. Any interaction for this thing? Not really. There's basically no interaction for this card in the deck. So let's do that. Makes our draw go a lot better when we can start drawing cards. Evolving Wilds. Likely the draw. There's the Gather. Gather whiffs. Battlements in the graveyard again. So we're probably still looking at a hand with none of the creatures. Although I could definitely put him on Gearhole, because that's a creature that would be a long way off from getting played. Alright, let's roll. Now it's time to start interacting. Time to get scurry. Did we draw the land? Going to grapple for the land. Okay. There goes a Visions. Excellent. That is something I don't believe he can get back. And he hits 3 spells. If he takes the battlements here, then he's actually really short on colors, so I bet he's trying to figure out what color to take. I bet he takes a red. Oh, takes the Drake now. Okay, so he's finding his land drops now. And he's not going to play the Drake into certain doom. So let's get Kefnet going. Do not need to bounce nothing. We're going to hold on to this sensor. He's hit his land drops lately, but I think he's at least a little tight. He'll probably have sensor in mind. Let's see, I could draw a card, then attack, but that takes the shields down. I have no intention of doing that. And a Pulse of Marasa. No. Figures out that sensor's a thing. Let's see, what's the grapple? Land, I'm sure. Okay. And the card is the Battlements. Alright. He still needs a red. That's not it. Yeah, so we know about a telling time, and I doubt he has any other land drops. That's fine. There's the Fling, Grapple, Fog. Fling and Grapple. Pause. Jesus Christ. That is so stressful for me right now. It is responding really slow. All right. We're going to need it. Still no counters. It's getting awkward, but he doesn't know that. All right, what you gonna do? Grapple's fine. What are you gonna get? He's well set up, that's for sure. I'm sure he wants a mountain here. Injury goes to the graveyard. All right, got a Sulfuric Falls. There's that Falls. So we know about a Telling Time, a Fling, and a Drake. Is he scared? Scared to go for it. Pause. Pause! Oh my god. This is getting not cool, man. Not cool. Well, that's what you get for playing a control deck. I'm spamming it. I'm literally spamming it the second anything happens. And this is what I get for it. Alright. This is probably going to cost me big time because I'm not going to have a handful of pull from tomorrow cards. And he's probably just going to combo me and be like, why didn't you have any interaction? Hey, that paused right away. Okay, fine. Here we go. You guys ready? Pause, pause, pause! Are you kidding? This is a... Like I said, playing hangry. Oh, look, he paused. It's good. It's good stuff. Glad you were able to pause. It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, good for you. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, that'll do it. So he's up to 20. So as soon as I can't pause here, I lose. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baral's fine. Not afraid of you. Am I supposed to just do this now? Yeah, I should. In case he wants to cast a sorcery for some reason. I'm gonna fire this now before it doesn't allow me to. And please let me pause on end step. Please let me pause on end step. Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, so second from the top. It'd be nice to draw a counterspell soon. I've got a commit down there though. Oh, I can instant speed, shuffle everything back in, but does that matter? I guess that doesn't matter against Fling, does it? But I could do it in response to the Drake. Okay, okay, it's a thing. Not nothing. What's the best thing to do you think? Okay, so if the Drake gets cast, probably what I want to do is cycle a sensor, right? No, I should not. I should just Gear Hulk, because I could draw a counterspell off my fresh 7. Okay. But then if everything goes back into his deck, his Drake is a 0/0. So that's the plan, if he casts a Drake right here. We know the Fling's in hand. We know the Drake is on top. I don't have a way to interact on top. Pause. Pause! Holy shit. He's got a Gear Hulk? I mean, that's fine. I don't think he... I mean, what does he do, right? Grapple? He's just going to get the Drake. He can fling it, but that's not going to matter. Okay, pulse for... what? Yep, you got a Drake in hand and a Drake on top of deck. Fire at will, Commander. Well, found a counter. That is very good. Okay. Alright, essence scatters 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1 extra. And I guess that can be a magma spray or a sensor cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 discards. The lands, 1, 2, that's pretty easy. And the Kozilek's return, pretty easy. Anything I'm forgetting there? Don't think so. Alright, he has double Drake in hand. Start there. Alright, double Drake. Okay, I can flash back the Essence Scatter. You can't play anything else and do something with it. Yep. If I fail to win the game on the upcoming turn because there's another fog, because I know about the fling, but there could be another fog or something of that nature. If I can find a counter, I'm good. But if I fail... Oh, okay, that's the last card. Okay, so now that's a blocker. We can shoot that out of the way. Alright. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna fire this off. The last card's a fling, we know that. So, just gonna fire this off to make the energy. Then I'm gonna fire the tower there. Yep. I could do it after it resolved so it got exiled, but it's not gonna matter. And we'll throw him in. Should be game. Oh wait. Jesus Christ. I forgot to activate Kefnet. Alright, so I can Glimmer, that's 2 energy, and Disperse, and I can still win. But, man, nice almost punt, right? As long as I don't. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. Can still do it. All right. Dear God, I regret everything. I regret this deck choice very much. I'm so tilted from being unable to pause on end step 2 turns in a row that it's like tempting to never play this game again. All right, I gotta shake it off. I gotta get over that. Still won. That's you just do what you have to do in a tournament match, right? You just do your best within the rules. And hopefully within the realms of sportsmanship, although I've been known to blow that one a few times in my life. Okay. I'm sure chat is going to be fun to read on this one. So I'm going to send a message to TheGodAmongMen, and then I'm going to read chat. So if you got any messages for me, get them in there. All right, messages sent. Let's jump in that chat, say hi to everybody, and see how it's doing. Oh, people still talking. That's cool. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to go to the top here. I'm gonna read from wherever I can. Best of luck in the match. Megabee says first, second. Ha! It happens. Hanzo was first. That's pretty funny. CGB, you're my hero for not playing vehicles. Yeah, it's sad when the good guy's playing blue-red control, draw go, right? CGB, what's your favorite color? How many bacon did you have for breakfast? Nothing. I've had nothing for breakfast. I've had nothing to eat. I'm so hungry. Oh, don't talk about food. All right, you send me another message. I'm just gonna reply quickly. All right. Lag while playing control, ouch. Oh, man. Yonder, combo loses hard to control, no idea why he's so worked up. Well, it's matchup dependent. It always is. There are combo decks that are really good against control in the history of Magic. But it's all about what the control decks of the format do. This one in particular is a bit of a pain. It is a bit of a pain of a deck, but I wasn't that worried about the matchup. Obviously, once I realized we were in Lag Town, I was worried I'd just lose to the combo and not be able to pause and interact at all. Are these tourneys single elimination? They are in Swiss, so no, it's not single elimination at this point. Combo usually loses because if you counter the integral combo piece, it's all over. But here you just get the Drake back over and over. Yeah, that's for reals. I feel like CGB has already won. Yeah, I'm sure at that point in the game I had a handful of counter spells, and that's about it. The Jace did save my butt. He just has very low amount of interaction with the Planeswalkers, so just kind of run it out there and do it. This is cyberbullying. Yeah, Mobius, somebody's got to do it, Mr. I'm not playing. Somebody's got to bully him. Oh my goodness. Game is won, now we need to wait for it to finish. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be like that sometimes. Let's see. Tweet combo that shit against control, says McCush. Yeah, I did my best to end things. Oh, there's the fog spam. Hallelujah, somebody used the fog command. I don't even think Barney could manage to lose this matchup. Don't put the man down. I will never under or overestimate Barney's ability to throw a game. Or a Drake, for that matter. Oh my lord. Yeah, Kefnet doing things. Let's see. We're talking about the fling, we're talking about insult fling, somebody using my name. Daniel, where CGB ran tutelage. Just wait, just you wait. Commit is a fling killer, but allowing the Drake into play is just, it's a heck of a, it's a risk. Let me just put it that way. Maybe that would be the play, but then once it's in play, I have to get rid of it somehow. If I didn't have a better way to get rid of it. I'd say that committing the Drake was a really good play. It did buy me time I needed, as we fell behind because we weren't able to activate or Kefnet or cast Pull from Tomorrow for 2 turns. Getting lag switch like Call of Duty circa 2013. I did not play Call of Duty, but I played Counter-Strike, and dear lord. Dear lord. Double tower sounded nice. I just couldn't run it out there. I was just too worried at that point of getting punked out. Destroy the counter shields. I predict CGB will say pause at some point during this turn. Yeah, because I ask. I try to ask, and I hope that will work. I predict it will have an escalating tone. You guys are on it. You know me too well. All right, there's the GGs, so that's where it ended. That's where it ended. Oh my god, I got cheers. Thanks. Thank you for the cheers, Hanzo. You are awesome. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I should probably learn how to pause. Yeah, I know. I know. I gotta work on this stuff. I gotta work on this stuff. Had the same round one last one. Yeah, hey, at least we got through it somehow. At least we got through it. Is Viagrasaurus, are you God among men? If so, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that was you. Oh, cool, man. Now I know who you are on my channel. I honestly did not know this. And you said you have 100 games in with this deck on my channel the other day, right? So this is your art form, you know? You are suffering for your art. Oh, right on. Yeah, that lag had me tilting, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. If you want to giggle at my expense, I don't know if you're a giggler. I don't know if that's a type. But if you want to have a laugh at my expense, go back and watch my stream and just hear me be like, ah! Just losing my shit. Yeah. I hung in there though. That is a great question, Nighthawk. Vert, have you played yet? Have you played your game? I want to know. Also, it's almost right. For those of you who don't like control decks and the people who play them, you may just be feeling like this is appropriate, right? That the control mage now has to play on a laggy connection, so their counter spells only work half the time. Oh man. I was hoping to dodge the control matchups for the most part, until the top 8. Also really regret not updating the list to what I have been testing. Oh, isn't that the feeling, right? You don't get your deck quite right, you submit it, and then you're like, man, why didn't I play it this way? Oh, I spend whole tournaments doing that. I wish I was allowed to make, if I was allowed to make like 5 fidget substitutions between rounds, I would probably do that. And to my detriment, I might add. I'd probably make my deck worse, to be honest. Alrighty, Vert's going live in 10 minutes, so everybody hang around so we can watch Div and Vert do Div and Vert. I'm gonna call you that no matter what. So we can watch Vert do his thing and have what should be a really fun battle with Pure, as if you haven't seen enough control, you can watch some Esper versus some mono black aggro. So it's gonna be really fun. Thank you very much, Viagrasaurus Rex, who is also a god among men. Your and Vert's lists are my favorite, honestly. I appreciate that. Divinbert. Divinbert. I don't care. I'm gonna mess up your name incredulously, out of love, out of respect, really. Yonder has a match tomorrow against Control, and he'll be sure to stream at 100 megabytes per second. I think honestly, if you stream higher, it's probably worse, right? Anyway. So guys, thanks for coming out for the match. I'm going to go make my dinner, and then when Vert gets rolling, I am going to host his or Pure's stream. So you guys can hang out right here if you want to watch it. It will add to their viewer count, but you can talk freely here with no risk of coaching or anything like that. And we can have a really good time and watch what's sure to be this epic matchup, as long as it doesn't get rained out for the second night in a row. I'm going to take the headset off. I'm going to end the stream. But hang out right here if you want to watch the match. I'm not going to stop you from watching in the channels too. You can do that too if you want. But I'll be hanging out right here. So I'll see you all after I make my dinner in a few for the next battle. Talk to you soon.